What is going on, you guys? It is your boy Roy, and we are here for another Train Rough Tuesday. Tonight's topic is how to see results faster, or when we're talking about results, how to burn fat faster. Of course, if you are watching on replay, all the links you'll need are down below. But we always ask, we have one fee. We do this for free. If you learn something, if you enjoy these videos, you want me to do more of them, share this video. We do this for free just because we want to help you out, and sharing the video helps us out more than you know. So I appreciate you. We're actually going live on Facebook today. So I'm gonna get that set up, and then we are gonna rock and roll on today's talk. What is going on, friends? It is your boy Roy, and we are live. Just making sure I'm set up here. I can see you guys. If you're watching live on Facebook, say hi, say what's up, hashtag replay if you're watching on replay. Y'all, we have another Train Rough Tuesday. Tonight's topic is how to burn fat faster, or another way to think about that is how to see results faster. The truth is that if you are following a nutrition plan or you're working out, you're not just doing it for the sake of doing it. You want to see certain results. There's a reason why you're doing those things. And the question always is what do I need to follow to get the best results the fastest? And we're going to kind of dive into that as to what you need to be doing to see those best results. What's up? I see some people are hopping on. Love it when you guys say hi. Before we get into tonight's call, I do always have to ask, because we do have a fee, whether you're watching here live or you are on replay, if you could do me a favor and share this video. It helps us out more than you know. If you love these Train Rough Tuesday calls, if you learn something, maybe you just think I'm cute and adorable, whatever the reason is, if you could share this video to help spread the word, what we're doing, and get this information out there, it could always help somebody more than you realize. So hit that share button. I appreciate it. So let's get into tonight's talks, how to burn fat faster. If you haven't yet seen the last two Train Rough Tuesdays, the last two calls, I did put a link above for my YouTube channel. They're all on there. And we kind of started this talk as far as how to start burning fat. Okay. This isn't a conversation of, today isn't talking about how to do nutrition or how to burn fat, because we've already talked about that in previous calls. Today, we're talking about maximizing your results, that you're already starting to do the things you know you need to do. You're already following a nutrition plan. You're already starting to work out. And now how are we going to get better results? Because that's what we all want. And so to sum up some of the last calls, we talked about the importance of protein when it comes to your nutrition plan. And I want to break down that there's three different types of weight you can lose primarily. That is water weight, that is fat weight, or muscle weight. And ideally, if you want to see the results that you're looking for, you want to feel good, you want to look good, you want to lose the inches, you want that lean toned muscle, and you want long-term results, we want to lose fat weight. I don't think that's a surprise to anybody. But the issue is that so many of us are just so focused on, if I eat less, if I lower my amount of calories that I'm eating, then I'm going to lose weight faster. But I can promise you that some people are looking to lose 3 pounds, 5 pounds, 10 pounds, 15 pounds a week. And I can promise you that you're not going to lose that much fat in a week. And when you're eating enough protein, when you have a protein-based diet, the protein-based diet allows you to build, preserve, and repair lean muscle tissue. So when you're eating enough protein, That means of the three types of weight you can lose, if you're holding on to that muscle, if you're preserving that muscle, that means, well, you're not losing muscle. And usually when you have muscle there and you're building that lean toned muscle, water likes to sit inside the muscle cell, which means we're not really losing water weight. So the cool thing is that if you're actually eating enough protein on a consistent basis and you're losing weight, then you can almost be guaranteed that the weight you're losing is fat. And that's what we want, right? So the first step in all of this is to make sure that you're actually setting your body up to make sure it's actually losing fat. And again, we've talked about this in a little bit more detail in previous Train Rough Tuesdays. Now, the second step to this takes us to our workouts. And this is where things get interesting. We'll talk about bad, good, and best when it comes to burning fat. When we talk about bad, that would be doing nothing at all. Anything you decide to do that gets your body moving and burning calories is better than nothing. And I know some of you guys are watching this right now and you're like, well, obviously, Roy, obviously I need to work out and that's going to help me see results. But I have to emphasize it because there are programs out there. One that's very popular that I'm thinking inside my head that I won't say names because I don't like to name drop, but there is a brand out there that you sign up for it. It costs a couple $100 and they send you these prepackaged meals. And they say that you have to eat their meals for every single meal of the day, and you get one whole food meal at the end of the day, which we always preach whole foods here. You guys, your body thrives off of whole foods. So you should focus on that, not just having a diet primarily that supplements or prepackaged foods, if you will. And this company tells you not to work out. So there are people, and it might be even be you that you're watching this and they say, don't go for extra walks, don't run, don't weight lift, don't do anything. And the reason that they're saying that is because this diet program they have you on is extremely low calorie, 1,000 calories or less, which isn't healthy for your body at all. And what that does is it actually slows down your metabolism. And we just talked about this. What kind of weight you lose is important. Because when you're just doing a low calorie diet and you're not working out, you're probably not eating enough protein, first of all. You're not telling your body that it wants to hold on to this muscle. So when we go back to the three types of weight you lose, we find a lot of people start losing water weight in the beginning, and then long-term, they start losing muscle weight. And when you lose muscle for weight, two things happen, okay? One, it slows down your metabolism. I've seen people, they lose that 10 pounds, that 15 pounds, that 20 pounds, that 30 pounds. And people are looking at this company like, oh my God, it's amazing because they've lost 30 pounds, 50 pounds, 100 pounds, but it never fails that they get to a point where they have that stubborn fat and they just can't get rid of it. And they hit a wall and they don't know what to do after that, right? Because all they know is don't work out and eat low calories, and they can't change what they're eating because they're stuck eating these prepackaged meals. And I want you to avoid that. Okay, think about it. All right, this is the most common thing I get. Somebody will come to me and say, Roy, I have this stubborn weight right here, or I have these love handles, or I want to get more toned legs. That's like or I want the line in my tricep or the line in my abs. It's one of the most common things I hear. Okay, I just can't get rid of those love handles. Those love handles, those problem areas, okay, is fat. What's important, burning fat or losing weight? Because if you lose muscle for weight, those love handles aren't going anywhere. You can drop 10 pounds, 15 pounds, 20 pounds, and those love handles are still going to be there. That stubborn fat on your belly, the fat on the back of your arms or your legs where you're not seeing that definition. So it is extremely important that when we focus on nutrition, we're eating enough to fuel our body, and especially having a protein-based diet to make sure that we're not losing muscle, so we don't get into that situation. And when we do lose weight, it is those problem areas, okay? So when we talk about working out, doing nothing is bad. What's good is getting your body moving. Cardio-based exercise, walking, running, biking, stair stepper, okay, swimming, trying to just think of other things, but any kind of cardio-based activity, amazing for your heart health, amazing for your lungs, your blood vessels, the longevity of your life, moving your body, all kind of great stuff. And that happens to burn more calories. And there is truth to, if you're burning this many calories a day and you're only eating this much, then you'll start to lose weight, right? If you burn more calories in a day than what you're eating, you should lose weight. But again, making sure that you're fueling your body right with protein when you're doing that. So it is a good thing to do cardio, but here's the caveat, okay? It's not just about how many calories you burn. If it was that easy, we would all just rack up the amount of cardio we're doing and just eat less. But how do we control what kind of weight we're losing? And I always give this example because I think it's funny. It's just the day and age we live in. There's nothing wrong with it. But how many of you guys have an Apple Watch or a Fitbit and you can track your workouts and track your calories? What happens when you're in the middle of the workout and you're doing your cardio and you look at your watch and you're like, I didn't start my watch? You feel like the whole workout was for nothing because you don't know how many calories you burned. And I just find it to be the funniest thing ever. Like, whatever did we do before smartwatches? Am I right? I promise you, you're still burning calories, but even more than that is that your watch is not accurate. Okay. I do believe that it's consistent for your body and your body type to know if the workout did burn more calories or less calories on average. But we're just in this world nowadays where we're all looking at our Apple Watches, and burning 100 calories in a workout is enough. We have to burn 200 or 300. Or some people are going to like Orange Theory classes and they're like, I burned 1,000 calories today. I'm like, did you really burn 1,000 calories? Like, I don't know if that's necessarily true, but even still, it's not even just about how many calories burning. It's about making sure we're burning the right type of calories, because you could get to a position where you're doing so much cardio and your body needs energy. And where does it get that energy from? It could get it from lean muscle mass. It could get it from your muscle and start slowing your metabolism. We see this with people who do cardio a lot of the time. You start doing a massive amounts of cardio, your diet's not on point, you're not eating enough protein, they're doing endless amounts of cardio, and they drop the first 5 pounds, 10 pounds, 20 pounds of water weight, right? Because you're sweating way more than you're used to. And then you hit a wall, right? You stop losing weight. So then you start doing longer amounts of cardio. Instead of just doing 15 or 30 minutes, you start doing 45 minutes or an hour and a half or 2 hours of cardio. And then the scale starts moving down again, but you still look the same. You still have the problem areas here. You still have the problem areas, your love handles, because you run the risk of not necessarily losing fat, but losing lean muscle when you're doing that. So is it bad to do cardio? No, I love cardio. I think everybody should go for walks and move more, but there's a balance here. And what's best is resistance training. Okay. Things that put stress and tax your muscles. This could be body weight stuff like push-ups, sit-ups, air squats, lunges, dips. It could be resistance bands. It could be free weights, dumbbells, barbells, kettlebells, wall balls. It could be machines. It could be cables. It doesn't matter. Whatever you love, whatever you want to do, but any kind of resistance training that taxes your muscles. And the reason why this is best for burning more fat is because when you use the muscle, it tells your body you need it. You guys have probably heard this before. If you don't use it, you'll lose it. Yeah, you guys have heard that before. So if you guys aren't using the muscles, then your body says, well, why do I even need this? And you run the risk of getting rid of it. But if we're using our muscles to do push-ups, we're using our muscles to do squats, we're using our muscles to do sit-ups, not only does your body get to preserve those muscles, but it might actually say, well, we need to build more of it. And we're going to give an example here. I'm actually have a slideshow, a presentation to show you why that's so important. And we're not talking about getting big and bulky. Okay, we're talking about how many of you guys want to see those lines of your abs or that line in your tricep, right? You want that definition. You want to get rid of those love handles. That is lean muscle. Okay, so let's dive into this. We're still on the topic of how to burn fat, how to optimize. We haven't quite, at the very end, we'll talk about how to get the best results. Okay, but let me share my screen real quick. I want to make sure you guys can see it. Da, 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 da. Sorry, you guys, I gotta pull up my PowerPoint. There we go. Bada boo, bada bing. All right, let me see if you guys can see my screen. Hey, you guys are seeing everything right now. How cool. Let me pull this up one more time. There we go. Now you guys are going to be able to see it, and then I'll be able to see you. So you guys should be able to see my screen. Okay, you guys should be able to see my screen. I hope so, because I can't see if you guys can see my screen, but I'm banking on the fact that you guys can see it. At the bare minimum, you should be able to see me. So we have my presentation here. Burn fat faster. So this is the example I want to give as to why resistance training of any sort is better than just doing cardio. So we have two versions of the same person, Sarah 1 and Sarah 2. They're both 160 pounds. They're both the same age. They're both the same height, and their activity level. The amount of calories they burn on a daily basis from the activities they do are the same. They're doing the same amount of activity in a day. But Sarah 1 does resistance training for her workout, and Sarah 2 does cardio. Sarah 1 has a protein-focused diet, and Sarah 2 has just a low-calorie diet. And so this changes something, which we talked about. It changes the amount of body fat percentage that they have on their body and skeletal muscle mass. So again, they're the same height and the same weight. We see this happen all the time with people trying to get the results they want. They're just so worried about the weight going down. But you can be 160 pounds and be like, wow, look at how I look, and be 160 pounds and your clothes are really tight, okay? Because there's different kinds of weight. So Sarah 1 has a lower body fat percentage. Sarah 2 has a higher body fat percentage because of their diet choice and because of their workout choice. And if they're the same weight and their body fat percentage is different, they're the same height, that means the amount of muscle on their body must be different. Sarah 1 has 80 pounds of muscle, and these are real calculations, you guys. Like I literally took these two versions of this person and plugged in these numbers of what they would be. Sarah 2 is 64 pounds of muscle. That's how much muscle she has in her body. Okay. And this is going to show you the difference as to why resistance training and a protein-based diet is better than just eating less and doing bunches of cardio. Because at the very bottom here, I have total daily energy expenditure. How many calories do you burn on a daily basis, just going through your day and the activities that you're doing? Okay. You see Sarah 1 is burning almost 200 calories extra a day just being alive. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this before. I'm sure you have, but we have some people a part of our rough program, and they're eating more food than what they were before. And people always ask me, how do I eat more food, but you want me to lose weight? Well, here's your answer. Okay. If you're fueling your body, you might be eating more food, but if you're eating more of the right things and fueling your body with that protein, it allows your body to build more lean muscle, which allows you to burn more calories. And if you're burning more calories, then you get to eat more to fuel your body, and your body fat percentage is lower because we'll lose the right kind of weight. Okay. So I'm going to stop sharing real quick. Make sure we're here face to face. You guys could see my screen. That's awesome. Okay. So up to this point, I've just talked to you about what you should be doing to set your body up for success, to burn fat and build muscle. And a lot of you guys might be like, Roy, I already knew that. I already do resistance training. I already follow the protein-based diet that you gave me. Perfect. Okay. That is how to make sure you start losing weight or burning fat. Now we're going to talk about how to see results faster, how to burn fat faster. That's the reason why you guys are here. And so what I need you to understand is that when you're doing this resistance training, these workouts, that your recovery is equally as important as the workout itself. I'm going to say that again. The workout and the recovery are both equally important to see the results you want. And sometimes a lot of you guys forget that recovery piece because we're so worried about our Apple Watch and how many calories we're burning. We feel like, okay, the work happens when we're working out. That's where the progress happens, but it's not. The workout is where the damage happens, where you tell your body, hey, we're going to put stress in our body and we need to recover from this. The magic happens in the recovery. You guys ever notice that when you do a workout, you feel good after the workout, and then it's not till the next day when you wake up, or 2 days later when you wake up, that you're like, oh my God, I'm so sore. Yeah, that's because a lot of recovery happens while you're sleeping. You're actually starting to build more lean muscle. It takes time to do that. And for a lot of us in the world that we live in, and we want results so fast, and we're tracking these calories on our app, it's that when you stop seeing the results you want, you say, well, I need to work harder. I need to work out harder, and I need to work out longer, and I need to take less rest days. And sometimes there is truth to that. You do need to progressively overload and work out harder. But sometimes we get to a point where we're working an hour and a half, 2 hours, working out twice a day. We're not taking rest days. We can't miss. We're doing 3 workouts a day. And you're living a high stress life. You're stressed at work. You're stressed at home. You're adding more stress. You're overloading yourself with these workouts. You're not sleeping well. And all of a sudden, all this stress is happening. You never give your body a chance to recover. And if you don't recover, then you're not going to see the results you want. It's going to stun your progress. And so this is where we get into gray areas. Well, how much rest do you need? And you got to be able to listen to your body for that. Okay, because this isn't an excuse. This isn't a scapegoat to say, oh, take 5 rest days a week. That's not what I'm saying. But sometimes it is important to understand and listen to your body and understand that the magic happens in the recovery. You work out to add stress to your body. Your body sees that stress and says, I don't like this stress. And then in the recovery period, it gets better and stronger and builds lean muscle and burns fat. Okay, so let me get back to my presentation. Make sure you guys can see this. Workouts and recovery. We're about to get to the part where you guys start burning fat faster, I promise. Workout and recovery. So I made this little chart for you. This white line right here is your baseline of your strength, the amount of lean muscle you have, how well you can do your workouts. We'll say for this example, this is your strength on leg day. Okay, so you go to the gym and you do a leg day. You do some back squats, you do some lunges, you do some air squats, some hamstring curls, whatever your leg day consists of. And because you did that workout, you did stress to your muscles. And so now you're not quite as strong as you did before. You're sore. Your body's tired. If you try to do legs again, then an hour later or the next day, you probably wouldn't be able to lift as much or for as long. Okay. Your body, what it needs is some recovery. It needs time. It needs you to eat protein. Okay. One more caveat that I have to give you guys before we talk about this. When we talk about the importance of protein and you eating enough protein and how important that is, I want you to think about building a house. If you went to a contractor and said, hey, I want you to build a house right here on this lot. And they said, sweet. They said, give me all the materials. I'll meet you out here tomorrow at 9 a.m. and we'll start building your house. And you show up and you don't have any materials. There's no hammers. There's no nails. There's no wood. There's no tools. There's no resources. There's no material. They're going to say, well, we can't build the house because we don't have any tools. It's no different with building lean muscle. If you are not eating enough protein, your body cannot build more muscle, which in turn means you're not going to recover very well. And you're not going to increase your metabolism. You're not going to burn more calories. You're not going to burn more fat. You cannot outwork a bad diet. So this is why the last 2 weeks, we emphasize so much you having a protein-based diet, not just lowering your calories, but fueling your body. So that way, when you're having enough protein, when you go to recover, your body can actually have the resources it needs to build the muscle. And then if it's building the muscle, it's setting up your body to burn fat. Okay. So that's my little snippet. I didn't mean to cut off our learning here. So you give yourself the right amount of protein. You're hitting your goals that we've set for you. And you give yourself time to recover. You give yourself 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. Maybe you do leg day once a week, which is good. Okay. You give yourself time and you get stronger. You build lean muscle. Now that we're up here, let me get my little tool. Okay. Now that we're here, you are burning more calories. You've increased your muscle. And if we're increasing muscle and water likes to sit inside of your muscle and you happen to lose weight, that means the weight you're losing is going to be fat. How great is that? Okay. Oh, I lost my mouse. Why can't I see my mouse? Am I frozen, you guys? There we go. Okay. So we repeat that process. We work out again. We were able to lift more weight. We were able to do more reps. We were able to do more sets. We do damage to our muscles. We eat enough protein. We recover, and we hit this new baseline. This is the process of life. You do something difficult, your body adapts, you get better, you do it again, you do damage to your muscles, you recover, you get better. Okay. Every time you get better, every time you get stronger, every time you get faster, every time you improve in the gym, and you see the scale going down, is a direct correlation of you losing fat. And it takes time to do that. This isn't something that happens overnight. And so to give you my next example, workout with no recovery. Okay, so you do the same leg day and you decide the next day you're going to do leg day again. Okay, well, you didn't give yourself time to recover, so you didn't get any better. You didn't give your body time to build the lean muscle. And so then you decide again on the third day, you're going to do leg day again. Oh, you got worse again. Okay, remember that just working out doesn't produce the results you want. Recovery is equally as important. And it's not just as simple as, oh, I did leg day 3 days in a row. For some of you guys, I'll give this example again, you're not sleeping well. You're not eating enough protein. You're working out twice a day. You're working out way more than you need to, and you're not giving your body that break that it needs to just recover. You're stressed at home. You're stressed at work. You're not sleeping well. You're drinking a bunch of alcohol. You're not eating enough protein. Like all these things can contribute to your body not recovering the way it needs. And if it's not recovering, it's not building lean muscle. If it doesn't build lean muscle, you're probably not losing fat the way you want. So then we get to the key. How do I, if this is the secret, eating more protein and doing resistance training, now I'm doing that, how do I see results faster? How do I burn fat faster? That's what you guys are here to learn, okay? Well, let's do our workout. We're going to give ourselves time to recover, but we're also going to add a post-workout shake, specifically a whey isolate, which we'll talk about what that is here in a second. You do the same thing you're doing right now. Eat protein and workout. And as soon as you finish that workout, you do a post-workout shake, a whey isolate specifically. We'll talk about what to look out for a second. And you drink that as soon as you're done working out. This is the only time in the history of ever I will ever say that a supplement is better than whole food. Because remember, the idea is to give your muscles the resources it needs to build the muscle. So you just did all this damage to your muscles, and now it's ready to recover. The faster you can get protein to your muscles, the sooner it can start the job and do it well. So as soon as you're done this workout, you take this shake, you've done the same amount of activity. Do you guys see the gold line, how it's coming up? Okay, we're talking about you still have to do the work. You still have to put your body in a position to recover, but it's going to recover better. It's going to recover faster. It's going to have more resources to put on more lean muscle faster. So the key to burning fat faster is recovering faster and building lean muscle faster. And a lot of you guys are missing this after your workouts. You're not doing anything after your workouts, or you're doing a low quality shake, or you're doing a meal replacement shake, or you're eating chicken breast, which chicken breast isn't bad, but it's not going to be the thing that digests the fastest. Okay. And then we do the same thing. We do another leg day. We do damage. We drink another shake after our workouts, and then boom, we see progress even better. So again, this isn't a magic pill, but what we see is that you're doing the same thing. And what I always say is that maybe after every workout, if you're following a good nutrition plan, after every workout, you might be 1% better. But if you did a post-workout shake right after, that's a high quality protein shake, you might be 2% better after every workout. That's the difference. 1% better versus 2% better. Again, do you have to do a shake after your workouts to see results? Absolutely not. Okay, that's not what we're talking about today. We spent 20 minutes just talking about how to burn fat and build muscle. You could do that without a protein shake. But when we talk about seeing results faster, this is one of the things that I've done since I've started. When I was 19 years old and I started working out and figuring all stuff out, I bet that's the first supplement I started taking. The first thing I started doing because I understood the importance. One of the things I've researched the most in my life. And on top of that, you guys, it's the thing that I've seen the most progress from. Okay. So we're going to talk about what to look for in a protein shake. Cause I know a lot of you guys are like, well, okay, sweet. I need to do this. Cause I want the best results, because everybody wants that. You don't want it to take you 3 months to build muscle. You don't want it to take 3 months to burn the fat. You're like, I want to start burning fat now. And I know you want that. And that's why you're going to start doing this. Okay. What to look for in a post-workout protein shake. Number one, and you guys can look at the back of your labels, read the ingredients. The first ingredient should be whey isolate, and then see what it says after that. Because a lot of you guys are taking products and it says whey isolate and concentrate, whey and caseinate or casein, and it's a blend. Okay. A blend isn't bad, but it's not as quality as an isolate. A whey isolate is the best protein shake you can do. Better than casein, better than a concentrate, better than a vegan protein shake. Okay. It's just bioavailable to your body, and your body recognizes it. It digests extremely fast. So you don't want to blend, especially after your workouts, because a whey isolate is the highest quality and fastest digesting. How fast can we get the protein to our muscles is the question. The faster we can get the protein to our muscles, the sooner we can start recovering and building more muscle. Number two, it's hydrolyzed. So you should see on the label somewhere that this protein that you're taking is a hydrolyzed whey isolate. Hydrolyzed just means that it's pre-digested. All right. It's gone through a couple extra processes to make sure that it digests faster. Okay. And number three, it's low temperature process. And this one's going to be key, because supplement companies do not have to advertise how they make their protein shakes. And they know that you don't know any better until now, because you have your boy Roy to help you out. You go to Walmart or you go to Costco, and you're probably just going to say, wow, this one has 10 grams of protein. That one has 20 grams of protein. This one's $10 and that one's $12. Well, let me just grab that one. Or you're going to look and say, this one's 20 grams of protein and that one's 20 grams of protein. This one's 50 and that one's 30. Let me just do the 30. Because to you, all protein's the same. And you don't know the difference between these two products. Let me explain low temperature process. To make a protein powder, to make a shake, it's a byproduct of milk. So they take milk, and when they're actually making cheese from milk, the byproduct of that cheese is like this gelatinous substance. And to turn that gelatinous substance into a powder, they have to either use chemicals or heat. Chemicals, as I'm sure you know, not good for your body. Okay. We don't want to have to use that. But a lot of companies do, because it's fast to make it that way. Number two, temperature, the best way to do it. Some companies do high heat. Some companies do low heats. And this is what I want to explain to you, the difference. And this is going to blow your mind. So this is chicken. This is chicken that I put in the oven. I didn't actually do this. This is just a photo I found. But chicken that I put on this pan and I stuck in the oven at 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit, and I cooked it for 5 minutes. It got cooked really fast and it's done. But could you imagine eating that chicken? What would that do to your gut? It would not be happy. It would be upset. You'd be bloated. It wouldn't know that it's chicken. It'd be like, whatever this is, I need to get rid of it. Okay. This is what a lot of companies do with their protein powders. They add really, really, really high heats, because what that does is it turns it from this gelatinous substance to a powder faster. And now they can make more of it for cheaper. But how many of you guys have taken a protein shake and had a bad experience? You were bloated, you were gassy, it upset your stomach, it had this weird chemical taste or this weird aftertaste. Yeah, that's because it's a low quality protein. And your body, just like this chicken, you drank that shake and said, what the crap is this? And it got rid of it because it didn't know it was protein. Versus you take chicken and you stick it in the crock pot. It's marinated in there for 24 hours at a low temperature. You added good seasoning to it. Oh my goodness. I'm just thinking of Tasha's lemon chicken right now. My wife makes the best lemon chicken. You don't even at me. Your wife doesn't make better lemon chicken than my wife. That's the truth. And it's just so freaking good. You guys know what I'm talking about. But that takes time. The best meals take time. okay? And that's the difference when it comes to high heats versus low heats. A low quality protein that's cheap that you get from Walmart versus something that's quality that might cost a little bit more. But this is my thing. Good, better, best, okay? Or bad, better, best. You doing nothing after your workouts, not good. You're not going to see the best results you want. You doing like a chicken breast or steak or fish after your workouts is pretty good because it's protein. You doing a fast digesting, high quality, low temperature processed whey isolate is the best thing you can do. The worst thing you could do is take a cheap protein shake just for the sake of Roy said, take a protein shake. Because it does more damage than it does good. You're going to be bloated. You're going to be gassy. It's a waste of money because your body doesn't even digest it the right way. So if you're not going to buy a quality protein shake that follows these 3 rules, then don't buy one at all. You're wasting your money. Instead, if you don't want to buy a high quality protein shake, it's better to just do chicken or steak or fish or eggs or some kind of protein based something after your workout versus doing a low quality poo-poo shake that you got from Walmart because it was cheap. Stop doing it, okay? Because the truth is that if it was helping you, if it was doing all these things that I was talking about, if it was doing this, you'd be seeing a lot more results. And the thing is that you're not seeing the results you want. And you're wondering why. It's because you take a shortcut. You're just looking for the cheapest thing and trying to see the best results. And when does that ever happen? Okay. And so to finish this off, you guys, I need you to understand that this is why we created Post Rough. I've been doing protein shakes and trying to find the best protein shakes since I was 19 years old. We advertise how it's made. It's made in an FDA regulated facility. So it's third party tested. It has 25 grams of protein, 3 grams of carbs, 0 sugars, and it is the best tasting protein you'll ever have. Like, it is a treat after your workouts. And I promise you that you've had a bad experience with shakes before. I know some of you guys have. And you're sitting here saying like, oh, the protein shakes upset my stomach. They're no good. I promise you, if you buy one of our shakes and you send me a message and say, Roy, I got your protein and it upsets my stomach, just like all other proteins, I will refund you 100% of what you paid. Because I can promise you that we add digestive enzymes to our protein to help it digest. Even people who are lactose intolerant have been able to take our protein and not upset their stomach. It doesn't have that weird chemical aftertaste. You're not going to be bloated, and it's going to do those things that we talked about. It is simply put the highest quality protein on the market. You could just look at the ingredients and there's just less ingredients there. So if you are somebody who you're doing resistance training, you're working out, you have a good protein-based diet, you have that foundation, you're already doing all this work, the time to start seeing faster and better results is there. You guys, this is the first product we came out with. And the reason for that is it's the only product that beats whole food given the time that you take it. You just can't beat it. Okay. And just as an FYI, cookies and cream is my favorite. Some people say it's pink lemonade, but cookies and cream is the best. You guys, I'm telling you, and the whole point of this talk, the whole reason why you watch this whole thing is because you want to get your best results. All right. You can visit trainrough.com. I put a link above. And I'm telling you that the results you're going to see from the work you're putting in, you're going to see the progress faster. Okay. What I love about this product is there's no shortcuts. You can't just drink the shake and expect to see the results you want. You have to work out and put in the work. Okay. And once you put in the work, it's going to allow you to see results faster. All right. So I hope that makes sense, you guys. Go get you some Post Rough protein. I'm telling you, you won't regret it. If you guys ever have any questions, if you're like, oh, I'm just not sure if this is right for me, or if it's going to upset your stomach, or whatever the case is, whatever questions you might have, shoot me a message. I'm always here to chat. I'm always here to help. And listen, even if you don't want Post Rough, if you're just like, hey, I need help with my nutrition plan or your workouts, I'm here for you for that as well. Hope that makes sense. Just remember, we don't pray for an easy life. We earn a rough one. Y'all keep earning your cookies, or better yet, keep earning your post rough. And I'll see you next Train Rough Tuesday, oh so very soon. Later, friends.